Hi guys, welcome to my first proper HD video. So you may want to just click HD below in the little bar. Basically I've booked a few days off work and I just wanted to film like a whole load of videos for you in daylight. So yeah, so it's Friday at the moment. I'm sitting here like at my desk with all my makeup everywhere. I've got myself a nice coffee, which is very nice. And yeah, I'm basically just going to do my typical go-to look for the moment. And I'm hoping now that I've got an HD video camera you're actually going to be able to see it properly, because when I used to film these before obviously it was quite blurry and you wouldn't have been able to see much detail. So this is kind of the go-to look that I've been doing for the last few weeks, I'd say. My sort of typical what I would do. So what I'm just going to do is just get started. Now I haven't really been using primer like ever really, but I had a couple of samples like through the magazines and stuff which I've been using, and so I'm just got this one open here, which is the YSL Forever Serum, which is this one here. So I'm just gonna, there's just enough in here for one more like use, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just prime. As you can see, I have quite a lot of imperfections on my skin that I need to clear up. Lots of little sort of red marks and a couple of like spots. Nothing too major, but still. I do have a mirror just down here, so if you see me looking sort of here, then that's what I'm looking at. Okay, and that's my primer. So I'm just going to let that dry for a second. If you hear any sneezes in the background, by the way, it's my cat. She's got like a bit of a cold and she's just sneezing loads. She's okay, like she's alright in herself, she's still eating and drinking and everything, and she's going to the vet for boosters on Monday anyway. But yeah, but if you hear lots of sneezing, it's her, and they're so cute. They're just the tiniest little sneezes. Okay, that's pretty much dry now, so I'm going to move on to my foundation, which my holy grail foundation, the one that I'm just using constantly, is the YSL Touche Eclat foundation. So there you go. I don't know if you can see, but basically it's down to there. So I've used nearly half of it already, and I will be replacing this when it's gone, because no other foundation is quite like it for me. It's just absolutely fantastic. So all I do is I put one pump on my hand. I then just take a dot there and I put it under my cheeks, one dot on my chin, one small dot on my nose, and then I just take the rest of it, put it on the forehead, and then I just start blending it in. And I always use my hands for this because I find that it just gives the best coverage if I use my hands. If I use a brush, it just tends to go on a bit heavy for me. So everyone's different, but this is how it works best for my skin. Oh, and if you're wondering, I'm in the shade BR30. So it's kind of like one that's got like a rosy tint to it. It's actually really nice to do my makeup with light, with like natural light for a change, because at the moment, like when I get up in the morning and get ready for work, it's dark, so I have to use artificial light all the time, and it's not very good, you know, it's not as good, so it's nice to have natural light for a change. Okay. Right, I'm pretty happy with that. You can see it's like it's already started to cover up blemishes and things, like the one that was there. I know you can still see it, but it's just not as prominent. Okay. Next step is concealer, which for me, another holy grail item, is my Perricone MD No Concealer Concealer, which is this one here. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's got a sort of a salmony finish. I just use one little pump, just try and let it focus, and you can see the kind of the salmoniness, is that a word? Salmoniness to it, and you just rub it between your ring fingers just to warm it up, and you use your ring fingers because it's usually the softest skin, and I just put this under my eyes. It just helps correct any sort of the dark circles or the blueness that's there, and I just find this one, it stays put all day. It doesn't sort of crease into the fine lines or anything. It's just absolutely fantastic. And I've got a tiny little blemish down here and another one there, so I'm just going to take just a tiny bit more and just kind of go over those. It's really nice as well because I booked today off at sort of last minute because I was checking the weather and this said it was going to be a sunny day and a dry day, so I was like, yes, perfect for filming. So, and I'm really glad it is a dry day and it is a sunny day, so it's perfect for it. Okay, next I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder and I am going to just dust that all over my face. For this, I need to open it. I've just done my nails, so I'm trying not to scuff them because they're still a little bit damp. I'm going to use my Bare Minerals brush. It came with the kit when you buy like a Bare Minerals starter kit. It's the big sort of foundation brush. I don't really use the Bare Minerals foundation anymore because the YSL one is just so amazing. So I use this for applying my powder and I just find it's just really good because it's really fluffy. And I love this Maybelline powder because it really helps to keep everything stay put all day. For me, it's not cakey. I know some people have said that they found it to be fairly cakey, but for me it's not cakey at all. Voila! Next step is I'm going to prime my eyelids and let that dry a little bit while I do my eyebrows. So for this I'm using the NARS Pro Prime, which is this one here, and it's the smudge proof eyeshadow base. And for me this is the best one. So, eyebrows. For my eyebrows I use my Chanel brow kit, which excuse me, it's in Brun, which is this one here. And I use a brush, it's an Ulta brush. It came with like a kit in like a snakeskin bag. I had it in a beauty swap because obviously Ulta's an American brand, but it's this brush here. And I just find it's absolutely brilliant because it's quite firm and it's very precise, so it's really good for eyebrows. And in this kit I use the darkest shade, which is this one here, which is the one that kind of matches my hair the best. That's how I do my eyebrows, I match it to the hair, because that makes most sense. No point me having light eyebrows and black hair now, is there? That's what I do with my eyebrows. I go just a hair's breadth on the top line of it, and I just kind of line the top like this. It just helps to give it sort of like a little bit more, I don't want to say volume because it's an eyebrow, like fullness? I don't know if that applies, but it's going to look weird as well with my eyebrows done and like the rest of my makeup not really done, because they're just going to look really sort of heavy, but so it's just been really nice to have a Friday off because I've worked all week and it's been a manic week at work. It's been really busy. And but you know, like when it's really busy and you get a lot of work done, you feel really satisfied at the end of it, and it's kind of been like that. But today's just been like, my husband got up really early and had a shower, went to work, and then I got up just as he left and had a shower, washed my hair, just kind of had a bit of a pampering at like 8:30 in the morning. Went downstairs, like made myself a coffee, got my laptop out, stuck some TV on, and you know, had a nice tassimo coffee and just kind of had a really nice chilled morning. And it's what, 11:10 now, so my nails are done. My nails are pretty much dry. Yeah, I definitely look crazy now with crazy great big eyebrows. Okay, I think that's done. I will come in for a close-up so you can have a look at them both. But yeah, I think they're in proportion with my hair. Anyway, ready to delve into the eyeshadow now. So, right, time for my close-up. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is add some kohl liner to my eye. I'm just going to put this in the waterline. And I'm going to go into my Too Faced palette. And I'm going to take the shade, which one is it now? I'm going to take the shade Peach Fuzz, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. It's just a very soft, gentle, like a soft peachy colour with a lot of sparkle in it. I just find this gives all the eyeshadow a really nice base to sit on. Now I'm going to go into the shade Cinnamon Sugar, which is also in the Too Faced Shadow Bonbons palette. I'm just going to apply that to the outer half of my eye. just a beautiful sort of, yeah, cinnamon sugar is just like the perfect explanation for the colour. And don't worry, I will blend in any rough edges when I'm done. Then I'm going to take the shade Lovey Dovey and just work that in just to the outer corner and a little bit through the crease. It's just a nice kind of dark but warm chocolatey brown. And then what I'm going to do is take a clean blending brush and just blend the edges. Just to sort of soften it all. Okay, then what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of a Murad, I think it's Murad, no, Inika, sorry, an Inika loose shadow called Autumn Plum, and it's just this beautiful kind of, well, it's an autumn plum colour. It's a beautiful sort of burgundy colour. I'm just going to take a little bit of that onto a domed blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that through the crease. Again, I will blend any sort of hard edges out as well. I'll just make sure I just blend it really well. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to the kohl eyeliner. As you can see, it's pretty much all gone. Okay, next I'm going into my Chanel liquid eyeliner, which is the Ecriture Stilo, so it's like it's a pen, and I'm going to line my eyelid. Need a bit more product. The only problem is the second twist, quite a lot comes out. Then what I'm going to do is take it's like a little flat shader brush, but it's quite small and precise, and I'm just going to take some of that red, which I worked into my crease, and I'm just going to take it under the eye. I'm going to match it up to the wing as well. Then I'm just going to go back to that same fluffy, I can't even speak, the same fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that edge so it's a bit softer. Next I'm going to curl my lashes. And I am going to apply Maybelline The Falsies Flared. A little bit on the lower lashes. Okay, one thing I missed out to do was highlighting my brow bone. So I'm going to take this clean fluffy brush which I use to blend everything, and I'm just going into the vanilla shade of the Too Faced Shadow Bonbon palette. I'm just picking up some of that. I'm just going to carefully just take it underneath. It's just like it's a matte, soft white, I would say. So I don't want it to be over the top because it's not like the key part of the look. Really, it's the winged eyeliner and the cranberry, sort of the autumn plum colour that goes into it. Okay, blusher. So I'm going to be using, I had this in a Secret Santa from another blogging friend of mine, and it's the Nev Makeup Kabuki brush, and it's just like the cutest little brush ever. And yeah, I absolutely love it. And for blush, I am going to use, for this look, I don't want to go over the top and have anything too sort of dark or anything like that. So I'm going to be using my FashionistA palette, and I'm going to be using the shade London, which is this one here. It's just the most beautiful, corally, soft, slight shimmer, beautiful colour. I really can't say enough about it. It is just the most beautiful blusher. May even be my absolute favourite, you know. So to first apply it, I kind of just stipple it with this brush, just to make sure I don't like splodge it in one area too much. And I just go up on the cheekbones and just take it just underneath the eye, just a little bit. You can't see it on camera quite as much as it is on in real life. It looks much more gentle on camera. I'm not saying I've got a ridiculous amount on and I look like a doll, but something I've noticed when I photographed my like eyelids of the day or whatever as well, is you have to put it on so much more strong for it to show up properly. It's crazy. Unless of course you've got a really good camera. Okay, so that's the blush done. I am going to highlight as well. So for that I'm going to go into my Sleek Face Form palette, which is the contouring and blush palette, and I'll try not to drop it. And I'm going to be going to the highlighter, which is this one here. And actually to do that I'm going to be using the blending brush again, and I'm just going to take a few swipes and just kind of put that just around and under my eye. I'm just going to blend that into the blusher just a little bit. I say this is my everyday look. I wouldn't wear highlighter on an everyday look necessarily. So I suppose I'm cheating just a little bit. I just wanted to wear highlighter today. So, you know, I'm home, I've got nowhere to go, so I may as well do, you know, like fancy face. Okay, so on my lips I'm going to be using my Revlon lip butter in Strawberry Shortcake, which is that one there. I love that I can focus stuff for you now and you can actually see it. It's amazing. Yeah, I tend not to go too crazy with my lips because I don't want to look like I've just worn everything, which I know I may have done, but I don't necessarily want it to look that way. Anyway, this is the finished look. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm sure it's not been my best video, but I've really enjoyed making it. So I will be editing a lot of my waffle out, so hopefully it won't be the 35 minutes that it is right now. Please do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit subscribe up above if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, because I've got loads of videos planned and coming up, and now I've got a better camera. I'm hoping they'll be more enjoyable to watch as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!